Peace, it's Mo from Clever Chrono. I recently learned about this wild story about a Canadian man who was robbed in his own home for his Rolex by a magician.
Moi j'avais la 126, 116.
Laurent Mattel has been flipping Rolex watches for the past 10 years. He doesn't like to make sales in public, preferring to meet people at his home, which is equipped with cameras.
I asked him to come over here because I have a camera, so I'm protecting myself this way. And that was good because I have this guy on camera. So this is how I prefer to deal. But unfortunately, this guy was a magician.
So this is where this guy made his first big mistake. You're welcoming a complete stranger into your home to conduct a transaction worth thousands of dollars. It doesn't make any sense at all.
In November, when he sold a watch for $15,000, the buyer arrived wearing a baseball cap and a medical mask. But Mattel says his polite manner reassured him.
You can see this magic pocket is right here.
So this was his second biggest mistake. He allows this person to come to his home with a mask on. So despite him having security cameras, they were made completely irrelevant by not being able to identify this person who was entering his home to buy his Rolex. Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all.
The man was carrying a black pouch. He took an envelope of money out, removed an elastic, and gave it to Mattel, who counted the money before the man put it back in the envelope.
He left. I put the money in my desk, and 1 hour after, I just went in the envelope to open it and put the money somewhere else. This is how I realized I was the victim.
Magician John Vincelli demonstrates how easily the switch could happen.
And let me just give you the elastic.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did I leave it in the bag? No, here it is, under the bag. All right, here you go.
Thank you very much.
No problem. I literally just did this. Came back out, no, it's not there, and oh, it's under the bag.
So this was his third big mistake. He let the guy count the money in front of him and then take control of the money after he finished counting it. Instead of counting the money himself, and then also this being a cash transaction, he should have had at least a counterfeit ink pen there to also test the bills. At least that's what I would have done. And as soon as he finished counting the cash, or in this instance, if it were me, as soon as I finished counting the cash, I would have taken the cash, handed over the Rolex, and wished this guy a farewell.
But is it a theft or a fraud? After initially approving his claim, Mattel's insurance company later disputed it, arguing he had handed over the watch willingly. Eventually, Mattel did receive $10,000 compensation.
So this was obviously both theft and fraud, and it just goes to show how shady a lot of these insurance companies are. I don't know about you, but I've had a couple instances where situations have happened and I've needed to get money from insurance companies that I've been paying every single month for insurance. And they seem to always make it so difficult to pay you out when the time actually calls for it.
He says he's heard from others on Facebook who believe they have been duped by the same trickster.
I still upset about what happened to me because I know the thief is still on the road.
Mattel is hoping to get his Rolex back, but he says he's learned a lesson. From now on, he'll only do transactions in a safe zone outside a local police station.
So odds are this dude is definitely not ever getting his watch back. And the location of where the transaction took place doesn't really matter. It could have been facilitated right on the steps of the police department. And if this guy didn't do his due diligence in the same manner that he didn't do when the guy came to his home, he still would have gotten hoodwinked. I've always been fascinated by magicians and con men. Basically people who can hustle you right in your face and get away scot-free. It's a pretty amazing skill set. Let me know in the comments what you think about this story. Till next time.